Somebody turn on the light. And that's what we've been talking about the last few weeks, and this will be the last in a 4-week series of this verse from John chapter 8, verse 12. And Jesus said, I am, speaking about himself, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So he says, I am the light of the world. So here's what we've been saying the last few weeks in summary. Number one, when Jesus said, I am the light of the world, he's saying something very important about himself. And what he's saying is about himself is he is God in a body. Jesus claimed to be God in a body, the Son of God. He said, if you want to know something about what God's like, look at me. Number two, when Jesus said, I am the light of the world, he was also saying something very important about the world. And when we say the word world, we're not talking about the big ball, the cosmos. We're talking about people on planet Earth living in this, what we call the world. And so he says, and we studied this last time, the world is dead, blind, and ignorant. Number three, when Jesus says something about being the light of the world, he's saying something very significant and very important about what is required to be in the light, in Christ. He is the light. And the requirement is a person must be a follower of Jesus Christ. And that means to be a follower of Christ, that there has to have been a time when you ask Christ to come live in you, and as a result of that, you become one of his followers. Now, today, let's kind of wrap this up with a couple more thoughts. Number one, when Jesus says, I am the light of the world, he's saying something very important about those who live outside the light, those who don't have Christ inside them. And what he's basically saying is, apart from Jesus, the only light of the world is him. So if you don't have him as the light living in you, there's no deliverance from darkness. There's no way to escape our sinful nature. We're stuck with it. There's no guidance in life. There's no way to find meaning and purpose in the life in which we live every day. And there's no hope for life after death. So, Jesus, when he says, I'm the light of the world, he's also saying something very important about people who live in the light. And this is what he's saying. The very light and life of Jesus can live in you and shine through you in a dark world. And so in Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, Jesus says this, you are, talking about people that are his followers, you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. Verse 14, you, if you're a follower of Christ, are the light. And when it says the light, he means you're the only light. There's not another light in this planet, on this earth, walking the streets every day, other than those people that have Jesus Christ in their lives. And so therefore, if he is in you, think about this now. If he is in you, what the dead, blind, ignorant, lost, meaningless world needs most of all is they need Jesus. They need Jesus shining in their lives, living in their lives, living through their lives. Nothing changes. It's the same old thing until a person runs into Jesus. Have you run into him? Does he live in your life? Is he shining through your life? You think about that.